Hello, how are we doing today? We are here doing 6-4, adding, subtracting, multiplying polynomials. Hey, at least you're not graphing them. You should be excited. Alright, here's your work. Questions that are going to be like your quizzes and tests and such. Alright, so most of this is stuff we've done before. We just need to make sure we don't have some bad habits because they are going to affect our ability to do things later. Alright, so we're doing our indicated operation. We're just adding up these two things. It's really just a combining of like terms situation. Since this is plus, we don't need to change any of these signs over here. But what we do need to make sure is we don't just go and take the first thing and add it with the first thing. Because this is an x cubed and that is an x squared. Those are not what we're going to call like terms. So we cannot put those things together. And as you know in life, sometimes some people just don't have friends that they're going to go hang out with at the moment. So here's our x cubed. There is no other x cubed over here. So we just gotta leave it there. Next one would be an x squared. And I guess we're gonna have to just leave that alone as well, minus 6x squared. But here, our 5x and our 12x do have friends. They do get to combine. 12 minus 5, make sure we don't leave that negative sign behind. 12 minus 5 is a plus 7x, and our 8 and our 3 we get to add together and get that plus 11 there at the end. Alright, so here, negative sign does throw us off. We want to make sure that both of those things are going to either change sign or that you're going to do your subtraction properly. I'm going to rewrite this as 6x, and I'm going to change both these signs, minus 14 and plus 4x. Helps keep us from making a mistake. These are my two like terms I get to put together to make 10 x's, and the 14 has no friend. It's all alone. Don't worry. Next time maybe the constant will have a friend. So here's example 3. I think you guys can give that a try on your own. Make sure you take care of that. Change your signs over here and make sure only like terms get combined. Good luck. Alright, example number 4. Here, we're doing a little multiply. If you're one of those distribution types, go ahead and do that. I'm going to show us with the little box method here, just because that's where we're going anyway. 6x and 10x, we're going to multiply that and get minus 60x. Multiplying here, the negatives are going to change that to positive. Oh, that's x squared. What is wrong with me? 8x. X times x gives us x squared, and I'm sorry I missed that. Whenever we're multiplying our x's, our powers are always just going to keep getting bigger. And 8 times the 10x gives us the positive 8x here. Oh man, that was almost horrible. Nobody would have ever forgave me. Alright, example 5, a little classic box method. I know you wanted to do some more of these. So here we get 3x times x is 3x squared. Multiplying here, we get a minus 18x. I always like writing that minus sign in there just to make sure we don't forget. Here we get a minus 10x, and out here a plus 60. Now when we combine our like terms on our box method, those of us who have been doing this for days know these are our two we're going to combine and put together. Get 3x squared. These are going to make a bigger negative, minus 28x, and my plus 60 on the back side. That's the disgusting plus sign. Now if you're one of those FOIL kids and you like doing this, go ahead, as long as you don't screw it up. If you're getting this every time, then you're okay. If you're messing it up sometimes, then I would highly advise going to some box and working things out in that way. Alright, example number 6. This is our binomial squared problem. If you remember, there was a pattern to that. I think it was ax squared plus 2ab plus, what was it, b squared? Something like that. If you remembered that and you can use that to get your answer, go for it. That's fantastic. You're a step ahead of everybody else. If not, the little square means we're just going to put the same thing on the top and on the side. Multiply on through, we get 4x squared here. On this side, we're going to go with minus 6xy. We just kind of smush everything over there together. Pretend it's going to be okay, because it will. Same thing's going to happen down here, minus 6xy. And we always put the x first and then the y. Things just go alphabetical if you're throwing a bunch of letters together multiplied. Just keeps things together. It also helps us know that these are going to be our two like terms that we're going to put together here in just a moment. And lastly, we get plus 9y squared. Alright. My iPad just dinged. Somebody must be logging on to Edmodo. How wonderful. Alright, so these are the two that are going to go together. These guys are just hanging out, so I got 4x squared. That's going to get me minus 12xy's and plus 9y squared. Fantastic. Alright. Number 7, go ahead and give that one a try on your own. It's another one of those squared term things. So if you want to copy down this box, give it a try, hit pause, let's see what you can do. Alright. Here's where things get a little bit crazier. We've got a trinomial and a binomial. It's going to get our 2x3 box thing going on. When our powers start getting bigger, we've got to make sure we're careful on what it is that we're getting when we multiply. 2 times 6 is going to make my 12. An x to the 1 times an x to the 2 is going to make an x to the 3. And what we're going to notice is that kind of in waves, these ones are all going to be slightly smaller powers of x as we go on down, and then our normal constant number down here in the back end that doesn't have an x on it. And it should always go like here. In this case, it'll go 3 and then x squareds, x's, and then our number. And it should kind of work like that, and that way you can kind of tell if things are going right. Here, 7 times 6, I always hated that one. That's what, plus 42. X squared, x times x gets us x squared. I always hated the 7's times table, I still do. Minus 9 and positive 6, that's going to get us, what, negative 54. X here. This one going to get us minus 8x squared. And what do we got? Minus 28. And then a plus sign here because a negative times a negative 36. So like terms that we're going to get putting together. Nobody for this guy. He's 12x cubed. Put these two together. 42 minus 8. That's going to get us a positive, what, 34? Yeah. 34x squareds. Put these two together here. That's two big negatives. Going to make a bigger negative. 670, 82. 82x and plus 36 here. Nice. Look at that big ugly answer. I bet you look at that and you're just thinking, man, if only we could graph that right now. And if you want to, you can. You could take this and go get yourself a graph going. You could probably maybe even factor that one and see if you can find all your coordinates for your zeros. Extra credit, right? Alright, example 9, that's the same type of thing. I think you should hit pause and try that one on your own. We'll talk about it in class tomorrow or whenever that may be. Alright, last one I'm doing for you today. Triple binomial action here. We got 3 different parenthesis groups that we're going to multiply together. So what we want to do is we just want to pick out 2. What I've done is I've picked out these 2 first to multiply. I got my 2x and minus 3 here, x minus 7 here. So we're going to multiply that out. Find that answer. That's going to fill in right here, and then we're going to multiply on the back by this guy and get our final answer. This is going to be fun here. 2x squared, got minus 14x here, minus 3x, and plus 21. So 2x squared, these guys combining here is going to make my minus 17x and my plus 21. But you're thinking, man, I can't wait to multiply these numbers by 5. Me neither. Alright, 2x cubed minus 17x squared plus 21x. It's always nice just multiplying by the x because all we have to do is make our powers go up by 1. And then we move on to the 5. We got 10x squared here. What's that come out to be? Minus 85. Yeah. X and positive, what's that, 105? Nice. Alright, so we're ready to go here. Now, we got to make sure we take care of getting our like terms together properly before we're all done. This guy's all alone, so I got 2x cubed. Put these two here together, that's going to make minus 7x squared. these guys, 85 and 21. 85 is negative, so it's going to stay negative. What's that? 64 x and plus 105. Oh yeah, you just multiplied 3 binomials. Alright, last one here. Oh, it's not even on here. It's in my packet. Where'd it go? I guess that's it. Your packets might have that sample CCSD question. I was going to leave that for you anyway. Do a little box method. I think you can take care of it. Otherwise, go ahead and be safe out there. Make good choices in your lives, and we'll see you in class.